Hi everyone, it's Nick Ottmeyer with linkinglewiscounty.com, filling in today for Rebecca on today's episode of Hear All About It. So today we have Josh Leviker with us, and Josh is here to talk a little bit about the Northern New York Vintage Snowmobile Show and Swap Meet that's coming up in Turin on September 3rd. So this is the second year that you guys are doing this in Turin. I think you told us before this is kind of an old show that moved up from Boonville.
Yes.
So this will be your second year doing it in Turin. So let's explain to people a little bit about what the Vintage Show and Swap Meet is and kind of what to expect.
Yeah, so this is the old Boonville show, which was 10 to 15 years running in Boonville, and it's moved to Turin now. This will be the second year. It's located behind the fire department at the Village Park, and it's a vintage snowmobile show, swap meet with vendors, and there's classes. There's 26 classes for the sleds, anywhere from the antique from the early 60s up to the modern muscle sleds. 26 classes, including 3 additional for People's Choice, Best in Show, and the Fireman's Choice. 3 trophies per class, first, second, and third. And bring anything from a junkyard build, custom build, to a full restoration sled. And there are a lot of sleds, maybe one of 3. Or one of 300 ever made. Factory race sleds, a lot of racers from the 70s that race professionally. Herb Yancey, he'll be there as well with his moto ski, which was People's Choice at the National Show. It's one of 4 built and the only one left in existence, an 82 moto ski. And a lot of people from out of the area, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, Maine, they'll travel. It is kind of like very similar to an antique or a classic car show. It's a good family-oriented community event, but people come from all over, and parts, the parts sales, the swap meet.
Right.
The firemen are doing a breakfast and lunch. Breakfast will be from 6 a.m. to 10 for the people that are traveling 2, 3, 4 hours to get here. And then lunch from 10 to 1:30.
Okay.
And awards are at 2.
Okay.
Gates do open at 8, but if you come early, people who are in the show will be there early to get a good spot.
Okay.
And a good setup location. There will be people there taking registrations, directing traffic, parking. There will be facilities for your restrooms. There will be our club, the Turin Ridge Riders. Southern Tug Hill will be there. We both will have this year's raffle sleds. Okay. Turin Ridge Riders will have a 1999 Kitty Cat, practically brand new. So a very good entry sled for a 3 to 6 year old. And Southern Tug Hill will have a 2022 Skidoo Lynx 850.
Okay.
So those raffle tickets will be there for sale. I believe the library will be there doing a bake sale as well.
All right.
And again, the firemen will be doing breakfast and lunch, and the proceeds will benefit them.
Okay.
And it's just a good community day, hopefully no rain.
For sure.
Sun shining, and it's a way to bring people into the area. And,
all right. So it sounds like a lot to unpack there. So
there is.
For people that might be interested, so a vintage snowmobile show, basically, like you said, you're going to have a lot of classic sleds there, antique sleds, things like that. So basically, you guys are going to have them split up into 26 different categories.
Correct.
So you might have racing sleds separated from casual sleds, and I think you mentioned different years that the sleds were manufactured and things like that. So anybody can enter a sled into the show?
Correct.
Okay. So there's a $5 registration fee per sled?
$5 registration fee up to 4 sleds. And if you bring more than 4, those additional...
It cuts off at $20 is your max.
So $20 is your max.
Okay.
Vendors will be $15. If you come with a trailer full of swap, for the swap meet, the vendors will be $15.
Okay.
Other than that, I mean, it's a good day. And
how do they reach out to register a sled? Do you guys have like a Facebook page or
they can on our
website?
Turin Ridge Rider? They can reach us out there. The advertisements that are out shared, my number is there. They can reach out to me on my phone.
And we can throw the flyer up on the screen as well, so people can see. And I think your number and Ed Stabb's number.
Ed Stabb, who is one of the big promoters in the Northeast. He also promotes a national show that was held in Old Forge this year.
So they could call either of those
either or,
numbers
yes, either or.
to register.
Ed and I are working together. Ed's a co-host this year. Me and him, Ed was a host last year. I was a co-host. We flipped roles now.
Yep.
And also with that, we have a youth class.
Okay.
14 years and younger.
Okay.
Kids can come with a sled.
Right.
And they walk away with a trophy. It's a way to get the new kids interested.
Okay.
And it's nice to see them.
And you said that you have a panel of judges that kind of go and you award a first, second, and third place trophy in each of the 26 classes.
Correct.
And then people that are on the grounds visiting, that are coming to see the sleds and things like that, they're also allowed to vote on a People's Choice Award as well. So
we'll go around, we'll ask, People's Choice.
Okay.
It can be something that may be a junkyard rat rod build that's just off the wall interesting.
All right.
Or it can be that restored factory race sled that is just phenomenal. And it varies. I mean, it can be the high-end, fully restored machine or something that someone was creative and built something. And also, it's not only sleds. Artie Cat and Rupp, they made mini bikes back in the 70s, and you'll see a lot of them at the show.
Okay.
A lot of we call it the Forgotten Wonders class, something that was maybe didn't make it to production, but was in a prototype stage.
Right.
And one of 5.
And this is something that is definitely not just for the crowd that is into snowmobiles and the vintage snowmobiles and things like that, but you don't have to know anything about if you want to learn a little bit or just have a nice family day and kind of see some of the old sleds and things like that. You can come on out to the Turin Village Park. So again, that's on September 3rd. You mentioned as well there will be some vendors there. So these are vendors that are going to have maybe like parts for old sleds, things like that. So if you are a vintage sled collector or work on vintage sleds, it'll be an opportunity to get some parts and pieces.
And if you are,
talk to other people and
the people that watch this, get there early because the good stuff goes early and fast. And on top of that, we'll have shirts for sale. We have 100 shirts. And
so you kind of had the, and we can pop these up too. But these are the design of the shirt. So I think you said this is the...
That one will be on the front by the pocket.
Okay.
It kind of historically represents the village area with the water tower, and that one there is for the back. Right. And it shows the this year's sled and the Turin Fire Company.
Okay. And you said the firemen are going to be there with breakfast and lunch. Do you know what the charges are on that?
I do not know.
At this probably time. Items. They're gonna. It's not
there's
like
breakfast sandwiches and then cheeseburger hot dogs.
Right. So it's not like a chicken barbecue where there's set price. There'll be different items available.
They'll have the pricing there accordingly.
So even if you're not into snowmobiles but are in the Turin area that day, you can always stop in, support the local fire department by getting some lunch or breakfast.
Absolutely. There will be proper signage directing people if you're from Route 12, 26, the West Road, not from the area, you'll be directed how to find your way. Again, just look for the big water tower.
And you said you had over 200 sleds registered last year for this event.
214 registered in the show, and at least
lots to look at.
50 more on display. And this year, we're hoping to meet and exceed the 300 mark.
It's excellent.
It's good. It kind of brings the vintage. Vintage is getting huge, regardless of snowmobiles, four-wheelers, cars. But it's good for the community, good for the county. It brings everything to our area. And we're known for recreation, and it helps the local businesses as well.
Well, it sounds like a great event, Josh, and we really appreciate you taking a moment to stop in today and explain it for everybody. So good luck with the event.